to my brother, Ken. He was born with special needs and just lived his life with so much joy and happiness. He always has a smile on his face, never meets a stranger, loved like the simple things in life. All he needed for a good time and to have a party was some snacks and highballs. Highballs for him was basically just Coca-Cola in a glass. But if he had that and some snacks, he had a party. Loved the Beach Boys, best band ever. Played the drums, loved Mickey Mouse, Disney, just loved being with his family and really enjoyed the simple things in life. And being around that and growing up around that really gave me an understanding of not taking things like that for granted, and also to notice the small things and enjoy the small things. He just really lived that really, really well. So he had, family of 5 growing up. He was awesome, super involved in the Special Olympics. Like his prized possessions, some of his prized possessions were his gold medals or his medals that he won from the Special Olympics, and ribbons, and just so funny. He had funny names for all of us. He was always joking with you and picking on you and making you laugh, and just such a way of living life. So many lessons to be learned in that. One funny thing about Ken was every time you asked him what time it was, no matter what time it actually was, he would always say 10:10. Didn't matter what time, always 10:10. Sadly, we lost Kenny in 2004, September 28th, 2004, and shortly after his passing, we began to notice, it happened to me several times and to other family members, that we would glance at the clock at exactly 10:10. And it began happening to me, it happened to my sisters, happened to my husband, and it still continues to happen to this day, 16 years later. And still today I looked at it and it said 10:10. Yesterday I caught a screenshot of 10:10 on my way to Texas in the car. It happened. It's every time it happens, it just makes me smile, and I stop and go, "Hey Ken," and say hey, and know that he's just. So as I was creating this line and going through it in my mind, and I've actually had this line in my mind for years, I wanted to create something that helped people celebrate the things in their lives that bring them joy and passion. Like, for instance, so like moms, women in particular, I think we get, when we get married, we have families, we start raising kids, we kind of lose a bit of who we are. We lose those things that we love to do, whether that be dancing, roller skating, maybe we rode horses, maybe, I don't know, we have a hobby or interest and we kind of put it aside. And my goal is to kind of remind you to not let those go. Those are part of who you are. God gave us all special gifts and talents and loves and interests, and they should be part of our lives. We should make them part of our lives and celebrate them. And so this line is built kind of around. So part of my process of kind of creating my line, and I was looking for some inspiration, mission statements, that type of thing, and I was in my Bible looking at just through some scripture verses, and found one of my favorite scripture verses, and it was, "The thief comes to kill and destroy, but I have come that you may have life and have it abundantly." And I got to thinking about that, and I was like, yes, that's it. Like, Satan wants to keep us down. He wants to keep us stressed. He doesn't want us to recognize the good things that God gives us. And, God has come to give us so many good things in life, whether that be our skills, our interests, the people in our lives, the things that make us happy. And I was like, yes, that is it. That is what we are. I looked at the verse. You want to know what it was? John 10:10. I can't make that up. So that was pretty obvious that that was my mission statement that went along with this. So that is the new line. We are still doing equestrian things because equestrian, being a horse rider and lover, is definitely a sweet spot in many people's lives. So our new line is just going to open up and be a little more broader. It's going to include other things as well. It's basically celebrating the things in life that make your life sweet, and just going after them 10-10. Go after it with all the joy that you possibly can gather in your heart. Really? Now I'm going to get emotional. And just celebrate it and go and live this glorious life that we've all been given. Life is hard. We need to find the good, and we need to live it and be reminded of it every day, the good that's out there. We are going to be doing a lot of really cool things through this line, a lot of giving back. We're going to start a 10-10 inspired movement to do some random acts of kindness. My plan right now is for proceeds from every sale to go into our 10-10 Inspired Fund. And then we are going to go out maybe on Fridays of every week. I'm not sure how it's going to go yet. And we're going to just do random acts of kindness, whether that be hand out flowers at the grocery store, I don't know, buy Starbucks coffee for people, different things like that. And it'll be fueled by you and your purchases, and you will help us do those random acts of kindness and just spread a little joy into the world and make somebody's life sweet that day. So I'm so excited about this. It's super it is something I'm incredibly passionate about. I cannot stop designing. I have so many ideas, and I cannot wait to start sharing them with you guys. So if you made it through all of this story, thank you so much for sticking around this far and listening to the whole thing. I'm going to try to condense this into a much smaller video for the future, but that was the whole story for now. Website's going to be closing down this week so we can put things up. We're going to show you some sneak peeks of everything that I'm working on. We're going to launch with a pre-sale. We're going to plan our first Random Act of Kindness Day to come out of the proceeds from the pre-sale. You're not going to want to miss the pre-sale. We're going to have some freebies that go along with it if you order in the pre-sale. So make sure you're on the email list. Go to the website, sign up for the email list, shopcottoncandies.com, and follow me here. Tell your friends, and be ready to help me share all of this and just help me turn this into an incredible movement where we just spread joy and kindness and love to those around us.